Okay, people, let's go ahead and let's look at this question. He said it popped up in my search. Mason starts laying block before my slab is finished. Apparently, he's not happy. Not the mason, but he's not happy. Let's listen to his question. I'll jump scenes.
Hey guys, do you think it's okay if another contractor shows up and just starts working right on your slab before you're even done? Because that's what happened to me today.
All right, so I jump forward 5 minutes, 6 seconds. Let's hear what he states.
Let that go, and I shut the power trowel off. I hit about 2/3 of it. Gonna go around, start doing my edges again.
I'm letting that part speak up because I'll adjust it in a minute. The power trail.
And here he comes. He backs in. You'll see he's going to end up putting his tailgate down. He's going to carry his water over. And now he's asking me, he's like, do you mind if I start putting block in over there? And I was like, I don't know. I guess so. I mean, you're here to do that already? And he was like, yeah, I didn't have nothing to do. I figured I'd come over and get a jump on it. And I'm thinking to myself, well,
hold on.
You can't wait one more day to do that?
So look. He just said, he told the guy, I guess so, meaning, yes, that it's okay to install it. And that would be over here. Now, what's important is he going to put on multiple blocks. He's not putting up a wall. Looks like he's putting down his base, wet setting the base, which is done frequently, wet setting the base. It's legit. It's totally legit. It depends if your deck below, is it going to displace some of your concrete, what the finish is going to look like. It's legit because the amount of surface area on that block is very, very displaced. All right, so you got this block, these webs, all right, and got webs here, you got webs here, and webs there, and they did curve like that. And that block weighs about 44 pounds about. You divide that over there, and it's nothing compared to the weight of the machine that he's putting on it, or the weight of himself when he's walking with the machine. And I want to add something towards the end of the video. And what counts too is, does this block settle? When he put it in there, did it remain level? If it started sinking in, obviously he got on it too early. But if he can walk, this machine's not sinking in, it's not digging in, it's not snow plowing into there, and he's walking around on there. I mean, his footprints are creating the way he walks from heel to toe. You're creating more of an impression than that block will. So it shows that although it may not, initial set is probably already taken place. It's not formable anymore. It's not moldable anymore. You can't just dig in there, take a shovel out, and bring it back to life. A lot of people can with some water and try to mash it together and say it's good, but it's really fractured all the hell.
After I'm done.
So let's fast forward to him installing the block over here. So you see you got the block back there. Okay. So right there's the block. The guy has it in. He's mortar setting them. It actually might have the effect of making that area stronger. You would think that it could make it weaker. His formwork is still up there, so it's confined. It's not like these sides are going to blow out on him. His formwork is still there. So it can't blow out. So the pressure he applies there stay pretty much there, and it might have the effect of it having a stronger area because it will have longer time to cure, bleed water to evaporate consistently. It's like a blanket basically, but albeit a heavier blanket over the concrete there. He is laying a mortar bed, which you're going to have some interesting bond reaction there. This one's still bleed watering, so he might lose his bond on bleed water. But the bleed water is probably done. But as you see in the person's show here on the right-hand side, you can see his 1 foot, all the loads transferred to his right foot, and it's going up onto his toes at this point, his right toe. And that is the pressure. Now, I actually put a comment down there and said, hey, what do you think about your weight of yourself, and also the vibration? I didn't say vibration because that's part of my hint video. I said, what do you think? What is the drawback from a trowel machine? But I actually said early entry machine.
Not sure if he knows that it would be a little bit better maybe to wait another day.
it's a toss up on that waiting a day. But to your left, he's now has an early entry saw cut machine. He's going to come across here. These machines are gas powered. They vibrate. Now there is the point of the wheels, and this thing is vibrating, and this concrete's gone through initial set, and yet now you're putting a heavy vibration on it. I don't like early entry machines for that reason, because they're putting the blade goes down into the ground. The blade has the vibration. Of course, the wheels will have some vibration. The wheels, how many wheels this might have? One in the front, and three in the rear, two in the rear, and then the blade itself. Going into there, on this side, let's say the wheels are on this, let's say the cut's here. The wheels are over here. So you got three wheels that are vibrating, and when you switch around, come back, or do whatever direction you want to. Doesn't matter, but this direction. When you go across there, you've got multiple vibrations that you're overlapped right there. And how much vibration can you give? How much vibrations would you give if I told you guys you was doing a pad and I said, hey, let me put my machine on there and just turn it on without the saw blade and just turn it on. Let's see what happens to your concrete. How many of you would say, no, man, you can't put a running motor machine on top of my thing without it doing something? I'm like, oh, well, you do it, one, with the trowel machine, which I own. And then the early entry machines, I think, are really the extra killer. These pretty much, depending on your blade, you know, your angle, they could cause, you know, definitely this has to be Aaron trained. Not Aaron trained. If he's using a steel blade on it, you don't steel trowel, steel Aaron trained concrete. I have, though, just to see what would happen, you know. If you can get the air, if you can get that broom back on it, you'll be okay. If you can figure out how to do it fast enough, you know, in unison. This is already look like it's pretty hard to me. I see the different shades of concrete. It's already hardening up, stiffening up pretty good. Let's see what he says.
And yet, we typically do that right after we get done power troweling. We'll pull the trowel off, snap out our chalk lines, and get the saw. You can see Darren.
He's probably done this before, the block layer, so he probably knows that he can get away with it. That it doesn't settle, and it's kind of weird. It does have a like a block wall there, and then we have these. This will be probably sill plate. So this would probably be block right here. This is like sill plate material all the way down. They didn't use any anchors there. I know it's main. I believe it's main, so there's no anchors there. He's not adding rebar at this time, which would have been nice to add it at this point when you could have still driven it in. Made a hole for it anyway, and then pulled it out and then come back and epoxy it tomorrow. That's my tip of the day for you. If you want to, if you got to drill these tomorrow to lay your block, lay that shit out right now. Drive your holes. Drive your holes now with your rebar. And come back tomorrow with a rebar so you can just trash one of them. Come back tomorrow, wet the rebar up. It'll slide in easier also. Come back tomorrow and drop your epoxy into your holes along with your rebar sticking up. You know, the 15-minute fast test stuff and 15 minutes and you're done. You're ready to go. You can rock. But you can drive that right now without all that drilling tomorrow, causing all that drama in the concrete. You can drive that thing down the dirt if you want to, but of course not down the dirt. Figure out the thickness of the slab and leave some cover. So if it's a 4-inch slab, you know, you got to figure that out. There's no development length on that. That's just purely epoxy at minimum depth. But sometimes people do that. I see it. These have angles like that, so they're like this. These J-bolts. And they're actually not J-bolts. They're L-bolts, the L configuration.